Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Done Simply. I'm your host, Achut Nair, and today we're going to be talking about the GameStop stock situation. For those who live under a rock, this is what it was basically like. Hey, partner. Hey, you know what'd be funny? What? Trying to bankrupt companies like GameStop? Yep. You know what? Let's target companies that are doing really bad, like AMC and GameStop. And the best part is, there are no consequences. Did somebody say consequences? Reddit, when did you get it? I was born and overheard you losers talking about making fun of GameStop. So since I was born, I'm just gonna attack your group by raising the price of the dirt poor stocks. No. Honestly, I don't think that even helped one bit. But if you actually are still confused and want to learn more about this topic, there's no need to fear. We actually have a detailed episode from now on. So enjoy. The month is January 2021. Life is good, maybe except for the people at GameStop. Ever since it existed, its stocks were not exactly doing so great. Stocks, by definition, are assets, and an asset is a side hustle or something that is generating revenue without you putting your time or effort into it. So, no, your job is not an asset. So, what is a stock exactly? Well, a stock is a share, or a simpler definition is a part of a company that you can sell in the stock market. The price of a stock fluctuates depending on whether the stock traders want the stock rather than selling, thus increasing its rarity and also raising the demand and thus the price higher. Conversely, if the people want to sell the stocks rather than keeping it, it lowers the price and demand of that stock price in turn. So one reason why GameStop has been doing bad was because it's a retail store that actually sells goods that 20% of the US population actually enjoys buying. However, during this pandemic, it became a shadow of its already frail body since most of the revenue was through physical purchases. The online store wasn't doing so great and it's still not doing great. Most investors up in the Big Apple, which is New York, saw a gloomy future for GameStop. Andrew Left, who runs Citron Research, which is a firm that focuses on the concept of short selling, which is a speculation against stocks that are going to drop in price, published a report about GameStop. From there, Stephen Cohen's, an American businessman, hedge fund, point 72, sold and told others to avoid GME stocks. Hey yo, what's a hedge fund? I'm getting to that, Nimbus. Before we talk about hedge funds, let's talk about its bigger brother, mutual funds. And mutual funds are pool funds where everyone throws in their money, and then the manager of that fund will buy stocks using that money. An example would be if my parents and my brother throw in money for buying some stocks of Amazon, which is unrealistic, but whatever. And we get the stocks, and I buy it for everyone in that family. If they give a total of $10,000, I buy that many stocks and split it up evenly and give it to all of them. And that's how it works. Everyone gets the money, everyone pays their part, and also receives the benefits of this. And hedge funds, on the other hand, are just mutual funds, to be completely honest. But it's for HIP, high interest profiles, which basically means they have the biggest portfolio or have the best earning stocks. And essentially that means people who have big buckos in trading. In other words, hedge funds have drip, while mutual funds only have stale chips. So where were we? Right. So investors in Point 72 sold their GameStop stocks, and all of them decided to essentially boycott or avoid the GameStop entirely. This destroyed the dirt poor stock GME stocks. So the stage is set, and enter the problem child Reddit, specifically r slash Wall Street Bets, which is a subreddit where they make memes about the stock market. When the hedge funds were doing their thing, a redditor slash investor by the name of Keith Gill, his alias is Roaring Kitty, led the game craze. It went a little something like this. Hello there, fellow Redditor. Hello there, Keith. There are people there who are trying to bankrupt companies. Okay, what do we do about that? Stand up against them. And why would we care about this? Your favorite company, GameStop, is going down. Okay, but what that I understand what we were fighting for, but what are we gonna do that's gonna help fight this corruption? Make memes. Oh yeah. But to be completely serious, as most of the subreddit opened their eyes to this horrifying issue, they did the only thing they could actually do, embarrassing the enemies at their own game. They bought all the GME stocks, exponentially increasing the price of GameStop. This is called a short squeeze. In the first week, someone invested $8,000, and by Friday, his portfolio was around $750,000 to $1 million. GameStop wasn't the only thing that was punted to the moon. AMC and BlackBerry were revived from 20 years of being AFK. So now let's talk about short-term impacts. One was that GameStop became a Fortune 500 company. A Fortune 500 are the top 500 richest companies in the US. So being one of the most dirt poor stocks, which has a lower revenue than Razor stocks, that says something. And then, secondly, it was the first time in history of the stock market where average citizens like Keith Gill managed to take down hedge funds like Point72. This means a lot because regular investors would invest based on change, while hedge funds would change the fluctuations of each stock as they saw fit, meaning that they controlled the market while others had to follow this. However, Robinhood, the most popular investment that skyrocketed this short squeeze, essentially bans AMC and GME stocks. When I say ban, they said to prevent market volatility. CNET explains for us that as, quote, the company explained it was required to keep a substantial amount of money on hand in order to process all trades happening throughout its clearinghouse, which is a part of the company that sends shares and money back and forth to other clearinghouses to complete trades, end quote. The people on Reddit were not so happy, since every investor knew that Robinhood was helping hedge funds by almost halting that short squeeze's growth. That is ironic because number one, Robinhood is based on a character that steals from the rich and gives to the poor, which is the complete opposite of what is happening right now. And B, their slogan is democratizing finance for all, which is again ironic because as they're stopping the average investors from helping dirt poor companies like GameStop to boost. This action has consequences as both AOC, Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez, and Ted Cruz, Senator of Texas, both disproved of an action. You know you messed up something and did something really unethical when these two polar opposites agree on something. According to CNN, a Robinhood customer filed a class action lawsuit against Robinhood. A class action lawsuit essentially means that one person is representing multiple members of a community. As of now, we don't know what will happen in this case, but most likely Robinhood would most likely allow users to buy shares of the stocks. By the way, in the time I'm recording this, the new Senate hearing on the GME stocks is happening. So if you want to stay checked on that, please check your news sources, and I'll most likely make an episode on it. Aside from that, this is the end of the episode. I hope you learned about this crazy uh, short squeeze that happened almost like 3 weeks ago, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. Stay safe and wear a mask. Adios.